What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this, we have the remote life of an Outback Aussie cop. Thoroughly excited to jump into this and see exactly what it is that an Outback Aussie cop's like day to day looks like. Because we know in the Outback there's a lot less people than there would be in a big city. So what do y'all do on a day-to-day basis? Before we dive in, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Let's figure this out.
Culgera is a highway station. We cover from the NTSA border all the way up to Stewartswell, which is about 200 k's worth of Stewart Highway. Plus we cover about 150 to 180 k's along the Lasseter Highway, which is the road that leads out to Ayers Rock. So apart from traffic duties, we also take care of two Indigenous communities.
Luke Gailey has been the local cop in Culgera for the past year. Born in Sydney, it's about as far out of his comfort zone as he could get.
Family-wise, we just had our son and that sort of stuff, so we knew if we wanted to do this, it had to have to happen before he went to school. Also, I'd done some relief work and really enjoyed it. So we started looking for somewhere that would suit us for a couple of years before our son went to school. Go, 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 go!
Oh, come on. Adorable.
When we lived in Tennant Creek, Luke did a little bit of relief work out at remote stations for a couple of weeks or a couple of months.
I'm gonna list
He's adorable.
And that was really nice, see a few different places. We moved back to Darwin and again Luke did a few different remote stints at places across the top end, and we thought, well, if you're going to do all this remote relief and you're away all this time, why don't we just go remote together and see what it's like to live proper remote.
That's absolutely amazing. Shout out to the wife. That's what we call teamwork right here. Teamwork makes the dream work. Hey, if you're going to be doing these remote stints and spending all this time away, which probably kills them, right, to be away from your family, that's tough. She said, why don't we go together? And now the whole family's there, which I'm sure definitely makes Dad a lot happier. And it makes him doing his job a lot easier, knowing he gets to come back to his family every night. Like, that's awesome.
Luke joined the Northern Territory Police Force after a stint in the military and tour of Afghanistan.
Today we're off to Fink at Pastoral.
Shout out Luke. So much respect.
Do a general community patrol and just do some general follow-ups of things that have occurred over the last week or so.
He's found the most rewarding aspect of the job is by far the day-to-day interaction, where you become more than an officer, but a part-time counsellor, teacher, and even footy coach.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
That's awesome.
We have a good relationship with the Fink community, and they generally enjoy our company. It's good to be involved with them in this atmosphere, as well as it gives you a better ability to engage with them on a more one-on-one level. Not so much just being there to lock them up, but being able to get to kick the footy with the kids every now and again, and just talk to them as a friend sometimes, and help them out with things as well as doing what we have to do. So.
For sure. I think that's huge, right? You're not looked at in a negative light as when he's around, he's here to arrest somebody, or if he comes around, somebody's in trouble. No, like he gets to go spend time in the community, gets to kind of play with the kids at the school, gets to get to know people, on a like name to name basis, and that's really amazing. I believe for a police officer. Because a lot of police officers police have a reputation. Well, here in the U.S., I won't speak for Australia. Have a reputation, have a negative connotation. When I see police car or police lights or siren, I get I get a nervous feeling in my chest. I get anxious. Anxiety starts to build up. Because if I see it, I know like, hey, I'm in trouble. Somebody's in trouble. Something's happened. There's been a car crash. Somebody's getting arrested. One of these things. It's not because, hey, look, that officer's about to go play with the kids, or that officer's just right having a conversation, just doing something nice in the community. Because, and I'm not saying that they wouldn't if they had the opportunity. They just don't really, because with how busy they are, they have to continue reporting to stuff. And I really like the fact that Luke gets the opportunity to be more involved in the community, and the community gets to know Luke not as just a police officer, but as a person.
Hey Lorraine, how are you?
Hello, Luke.
How's night patrol going, alright?
That's alright. Getting busy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How are the kids going?
All good.
Yeah?
Not many kids at night.
Sorted that problem out from the other day?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
While most of the time things are pretty calm and sleepy around here, there's a few days of the year that all changes.
Oh Lord! Oh my days!
Explodes from anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 people, between spectators, competitors.
What they doing?
The Fink community also runs their sports carnival that weekend.
Okay.
So you get a lot of Indigenous people from other communities travelling to the sports carnival. It's quite amazing to see the transformation over about a 4 or 5 day period. It's incredible.
That's pretty cool.
There's also tourist season, and the main highway connecting the territory to the rest of the country and the famous iconic Uluru.
Afternoon. How are you? All right? Yeah, good, thank you. So just an RBT today. Anything alcoholic to drink at all?
No.
No? No worries. What I need from you is a sample of your breath by providing one long steady blow through the tube, and I'll let you know when to stop, okay? When you're ready? Stop. Have you got your licence on you today?
Yeah.
It gets very busy, so I guess the best way to explain that would be, so we do RBTs all year round, and off-peak season we can set an RBT for hours and get 50 people, as opposed to during the tourist season we can do an RBT for an hour and we'll have 200-300 people tested. So I don't have the exact numbers, but yeah, it's quite large.
So for the most part, quiet. What you would expect in the Outback. Quiet, not very many people. But then on those certain days when they're holding competitions or sports festivals or tourist season, then you're getting a lot more people. And so on those days, work ramps up a little bit. But for the most part, you get quiet, chill, be involved in the community. Not much crime happening, I'm sure. So that's really cool. I like this.
Lots of traffic, long driving distances, and inexperienced drivers can make this job merciless. They've seen their share of trauma.
Within remote work, you're expected to do a lot more. So as police, obviously we're first responders across the board, and we'll respond to similar jobs, whether it's Palmerston, Darwin, Alice or out here. The difference lies in the support you then get post that. Sometimes for crashes, for example, there can be a delay in support, where you've then got to step up and fill the gaps.
It's also a huge pastoral region, sprawling cattle stations, the main industry down this way.
Yeah, I think there's 24 cattle stations. We deal with them in a varying degree. Some we hardly hear from, and others we'll hear from quite a bit. So,
What could some of the issues be?
there's generally not issues coming from them. Their general contact will be MVR related and those sorts of things, firearms and licensing for their staff and that sort of stuff. Some of the issues that have arisen in the past is disputes over cattle and and things like that that get sorted generally in-house.
It's a life foreign to many, but Louise has used her unique situation to tell the rest of the world about remote policing through a Facebook page.
Well, I thought it would be an interesting way to share with other people what it's like to live remote and share also what it's like to be a police wife as well. And I thought it'd be interesting when you have those odd stories or funny days to get it out there and let people know that things can happen and change so quickly, and just sort of shed a light on what it's like to be a remote family.
So it sounds like there is like more responsibilities in working remote. Like you have to put on different hats. When I say more responsibility, I mean you have to be able to do a lot more, I guess, than if you were to work in a city and hey, like this is what you're in charge of. Working in the Outback is like, hey, you have a full umbrella of things that we need you to be able to do when you respond to certain situations. So you may not get as much calls, but you got to put on a lot of different hats. So that's very interesting to think about. And yeah, of course you're gonna have those delays. Maybe when there's a crash or things happen, calling for backup or calling for support, you're not gonna have it as you would in a big city. So you just gotta fill the gap until you do get it.
Their time in the Outback, however, is coming to a close.
Oh,
No, I think we'll definitely miss the peace and quiet in the big yard and being able to let our little man yell and scream and run around without worrying about neighbours too much. So yeah, we'll definitely miss it.
It's been really special for us. It's not something a lot of people get to do.
Yeah.
And it's not something a lot of people can say they've even had the opportunity to consider. So for us it's been really interesting, and for Emmett growing up out and seeing this place, he can always have some pretty unique stories to tell people. And we've had the opportunity to spend a lot of time together and see lots of different things around the area as well, that insiders' knowledge of really cool little spots to go that if you were just passing through you'd never get the opportunity to see. So we've been really lucky, I think, coming out here.
That is absolutely awesome. Y'all let me know, have any of you guys ever lived in the Outback? How was it if you did? How were the police if you did? And I'd just love to hear you guys' insights on the video. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, check out the next one. See y'all next time.